Hello, hello. I know it's been a while since I've done anything on this channel. I've just been busy. I had a kid, got a new job, did some stuff. So I don't think I'm going to be continuing what I was doing before, but for now, I'll just be occasionally dropping in probably and just kind of talking about the things I've been working on, and maybe somebody will find some of this stuff useful. So uh, today, what I'm going to do is I recently found a need to create some command line applications to manage my dev environment, and I want to build a application that's got a similar syntax as something like Docker. So you have like Docker run exec, whatever, right? Um, the issue is that I didn't really like the C++ libraries that I found lying about the internet. Like I think there was like Snake PP, or I don't know, a couple of them. I didn't really like the way they worked. They seemed annoying to use for what I wanted to do. So I also at the same time kind of wanted to do some template development, C++ metaprogramming. So as a practice exercise, I figured that this command line library would be a good thing to kind of fuck around with and figure out. So let's just go in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you off the library itself that I have built, and then we'll build a little sample application together using it just to kind of show how it works and how I find it somewhat easy. There are still some things that are kind of a little bit annoying about it, but um, yeah, we'll get to that. We can work on that. If anyone's using it, you can make suggestions. Otherwise, it's my own thing, so I don't give a shit. Anyways, so let's just get into that now. All right, so to begin everything, to describe what this is I'm calling it a token-based command line library, so that you can parse out the list of tokens and act on them in order, and also support flags as well. Just as, again, think of the Docker run container name type example, or Docker exec -it, whatever, those kind of things. So yeah, so this is what we're going to do. It's under my repository OzzCommandLine. It's a CMake file, and it's a header only library. So there's literally a single header inside here, which is the library, if you want to use it. So the basic usage is you have these command structures that have a specific shape. You probably don't actually need to delete this constructor, but I delete it just because you generally don't want to use the commands directly themselves, but you can if you want to build your own wrapper around them. But they have a static execute function on them that looks like this: token list type, flag map type. You just take in const references and yeah, and then you do something with that command. Now, and then it'll have this additional help function, which is so if for some reason you want more in-depth help text than the default provided by this command help string that you do here, you can do a single help string, and I'll show you all of this in action later in a minute. Then you can put this in here, and this is useful for like if you're nesting commands, you're going to use this additional help. So you can have a nesting command list, I should say. So that's what this additional help is for. It's to help build the help text better, and the indent is I don't forget. I think it's a number of spaces, but it might be number of indentations. Might be number of indentations. I think it's number of indentations, and then you, yeah. Either way, I'll show you what this looks like now. And there is some work to be done around here to make this more usable outside of a specific thing. Anyway, so you get the additional help, and you have a command string. So this command string is a space-separated string of the command words that you want to use. So you can do multiple, like command and the C variable to execute this command. To wrap all your commands together, you got these Oz command lists, which you actually, I have an error in this code. We'll fix that myself. I'll fix it as we go through. It's supposed to be wrapped into this Oz command thing that you see here. So anyways, you create your list by just basically declaring a type This is just declaring a type, my command list type, and Oz command list of the commands that are in that list. And then finally, wherever you want to actually run the command list, you can literally pass it in just the argc argv in here with the execute function at the top level, and it will do what it needs to do. Now, there are some, execute here is overloaded. You can pass in tokens and flags directly. If you got some stuff going on before this, you can do that internally. It actually ends up calling those other functions. So yeah. So let's just build an example application. So we're going to, I've already created a new project. Ignore this. This is my, the main project I'm working on, command line thing. So I've created a new project that's literally just a hello world project right now, using CMake like this. And let's just start building out the application. The first thing we need to do is bring in the library. So again, I'm going to do everything in CMake. Most people should just be using CMake. I get it. It's annoying. It's not great. I think it's the best option we have, and it's like a de facto standard. So if you want to be stubborn, but CMake is probably what you should be using realistically. Everywhere I've worked that uses C++, it uses CMake because that's what's supported. Anyways, so we need to include fetch content. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Copilot. And we're going to, no, not this. We're just going to call this Oz command, and we're going to get the Git repository from here. So you can literally just come here, take this HTTPS here. You know what? I'm actually going to take the SSH version of this, just because I'm going to fix that README file quickly. Okay, and then we'll do this, and then we want to pin it to master, even though it's probably not great. And then we want to make it available. Come on, Copilot, I know you know it. There we go. And we want to add it as an include link libraries, command line things, Oz command. There, and then we refresh our CMake project. Now, the new format of if you're someone who's been here before, the things that I usually put out, which are educational in nature, I'm very explicit about everything. I try to cater to people who might be a little bit newer as well, even though I don't generally do beginner level stuff. I'm going to assume like early intermediate level knowledge on most things going forward that are development in nature on my channel, just because I don't have time to sanitize everything. Anyways, now that we've reset our project, we've included the library. We should have access to OzzCommandLine.h, which we don't. Oh, that's because I let Copilot take the wheel, and you shouldn't do that. This is actually called OzzCommandLine. I want to fix that as well, probably at some point, but that is, I believe, actually what it's called. Then we can go to main.cpp. You see we have OzzCommandLine now. And now, one thing I meant to mention is if you want an example of this, I have left an example in this main.cpp file, which creates a set of commands and subcommands, and we're actually just going to rebuild that here so you can see what kind of how it works. But the one thing we need to start things off is always this README. Now I want to create some like, it's annoying having to remember this all the time, so I wish I could make a better way of doing this. I don't want to use inheritance. Maybe inheritance is the way. Like, I create an interface so that it enforces the interface. Anyways, not the time. Anyways, we're going to create, we're going to just create that command. Now here, I would suggest you using namespace OzzCommandLine. It's not command line commands, I think. Yes. Again, see, all the naming is kind of all over the place. At some point, I'm probably going to consolidate it all under maybe Oz commands. It's easier to type out, and like in here will be this would probably become like Oz commands. So just keep an eye out for that. You'll see, just if you ever see, if you don't know CMake, I'll just show you real quick. If you don't know CMake and you don't know what the project name is, go into the CMake list file and look for this add library and figure out what the name is here. So my project name here is OzzCommandLine. If this line here changes, you'll know that you need to change the link library, the link library thing, that target link library thing. Come on, stupid thing, in your CMake list file. This thing, you'll want to change this, but we're not doing that now. So we got this command. So what does this command do? This command, you'll see it deletes the constructor, has an execute function, which is not subcommand. You're going to change the word to command, and you're going to see that it basically just prints all the flags that we have, and looks for flag at param name. But we don't have that. We're not there yet, so we're going to actually remove that. And so that means I'm going to change the README too, because really the README should literally just have this. Okay, and then we will create our, let's just say command parser, commands, we'll call this main commands, equal Oz command list, Oz command, command. Is it missing this? What is this missing? Why is this complaining? Ambiguous symbol command. Oh, I'm using. So we're actually going to call this main command. There. Because since I'm doing this using namespace, there's actually a command class, which I will probably go in and rename so that it doesn't conflict like that. Where's command? Yeah, see, there's a command class here, which I'll probably, I'll definitely rename so that we can use the word command. So my README isn't. Anyway, and then at the end, we can literally just do the main commands, execute argc, argv, boom. And so this will run it. If you want to print a command not found error, you would wrap this in an if statement. It returns false if it hasn't been handled, or if it fails, or actually no, it's if, I think it's if it fails. No, it anyway, thing. Standard, count, invalid command. There we go. So just assume that there was an error. Again, there's a lot of room for adding stuff to this, but I didn't need very much else. Like I did all my stuff contained within, and having just invalid command there, it was enough for me. But you'll see here that if I go into command line things, and I don't have any arguments, invalid command, right? Now, if I want to run the command, you can add, you'll see that if I just put a C inside here, or it could be the word command as well, anything inside here, you'll see that it ran the command like that. Another thing we have here is, I believe this is my help text. So if you look inside here, if you use help as the argument, as the first argument, it will print the help text. And you'll see that the structure is command C and then help string. So basically that's these indented at different levels. Now let's say we want another command. We want to nest them. We can make a copy of this. Just change this to subcommand, yank word, pick word, there we go. Oops. There you go. All right, so now we got a subcommand, You can make subcommands have the same command as the above one, but we'll do this like this, and then subcommand does subcommand things, and make it print subcommand, right? Now, the final step is to nest it. If we want to create another command list inside our main command. So these basically nest within each other. So if we take here and we do like using subcommands like that, and we could literally just do this like that. Turn false. Actually, no, this would be return true. So this is still on the help test. So now we've got this, and if we go into this configuration back here, and if I'll just show you, if we use sub instead of s, and we run this command subcommand, and if I put a bad subcommand, subs, invalid subcommand. So that's how you do subcommands, and that's how easy it is to kind of build a CLI application with this one. You have this template right here, which I will take this. This is a good template to take for. I'm just putting it inside my README. This is a good template. This is better written than the example I had. Command here. Boop, boop, boop. Paste. Did that work? No. Copy. There's sometimes that idea vim gets in the way, and this is one of them. There we go. Yeah, that's better. And fix OzzCommand. OzzCommand. Okay. Yeah, so those are fixed. And we'll check. Might as well do this just so that I know people like being able to copy paste. Oh, there we go. Okay. So with that, we've got our commands and subcommands. Now let's say we want flags, right? So the one thing with flags right now is that they're not positional. They are just you can put flags anywhere in the string, and you can parse those flags anywhere. So if you have multiple commands that have conflicting flags, that's going to be a problem. It's something that I might be on my to-do list at some point, but generally when I need flags, I don't need flags in between commands. It's the last command needs some flags, not the, yeah. Anyways, I digress. So to put a flag, there's a simple way. There's three. If we look inside the source file for OzzCommand, it's actually command list. You look up here. There's a comment in here. You got a supported flag type. So you got -- key equal value. We got a Boolean flag after a -- and then -- space value. And those are the type of flags that are supported. You don't enable them, disable them. They're always supported at all times. If you match the pattern, it's going to take that as a flag. So I'll show you how that works. As far as I know, it doesn't matter where you put it. So you can put key equal to value. Oh, dang it. Sorry, I hit escape by accident. So you can put a parameter here, key space value for that param. And in between, param2 is equal to value2. And then at the end, you can do, this is a Boolean flag, right? We're going to remove this S so that we have the subcommand running. And you see subcommand commands still run, but now you'll see that we have access to flags. So rather than print them out and stuff, I'm just going to show you what they are. So flag map type, it's a map of flags. So when you're in a command function, when you're in a command function like this, you're going to get a map of flags. Let's just look up here. It's a map of flags, and you're going to see key param2. This is a Boolean flag, and you're going to see that everything is the values are actually variants, and you have to use the standard get function. I realize we probably don't need variants right now because yeah, if the key exists in the flag map, then you can assume that the Boolean flag was there. That's an improvement I'm going to put later probably, but for now we're using variants. So let's say I want to use the I think I had one called key. We want to get the key flag out of it. So all you need to do is, like, let's just say const auto or you can use at, and we're going to get a reference, flag a key, and then we need to get it, auto standard get standard string. I don't want to call this iterator. I'm using Copilot a lot because I'm lazy, so I'm assuming you can follow along. It's not variant. We'll call this variant. There you go. Standard get string. Why is this? What's this telling me? Why is this not used, right? Modification of standard namespace. What? Why would this be? Oh, value like this. Okay, and then we can print the key value. You'll see once we run that, you're going to get your key value like that. Now, I did want to, at some point, possibly support putting your flags in, something like this, which flags you support, and maybe what type they should be and stuff like that. But see, that's part of the complication of the other CLI libraries that I had, is that when you started getting into flags, it was really, really annoying. When I'm expecting a flag, I know what should be in it, and I can verify that. And I think letting me verify that myself anywhere makes it so that I can be, I can get cheekier with the different things that I do. But that's it. That's the CLI library. This was a longer video than I thought it would probably be, but I've gone over most of the things here. Oh, nested command list. We didn't get there. Oh, we did. We did get there. We did get here. Oh, so that's what I was thinking about. I didn't do additional help. So you see here when we run the help script, we still only have this top command, right? All you need to do is grab your subcommands type and call the help function with the indent in it. And then, oops, you'll see the subcommand shows up. And this will nest forever using this function. Yeah. So that's it. That is the entire CLI library that I am giving over to you guys if you want to use it. There might be more improvements coming down the pipe, but for now, I'm done with it for now. So it is good. It is officially deemed good enough for me to use. So it was good. It was fun making this video again. I'll try to make more stuff. I do have a more substantial project in the pipe that I am working on, but I am not entirely certain when that will be ready to be shown off, because I'm doing some stuff that just takes a little bit longer before I want to show it off, and I'm going to be doing less devloggy stuff and more of like showcasey stuff in the future. So that being said, it was good. Like I said, it was fun doing this again, and I'll see you next time.